Hello and welcome to a brand new adventure, and today we're at the Olde Bell Inn, which is in Hurley. So here we are in Hurley, a beautiful little village in Berkshire, not far from Reading and not far from Marlow as well. And we've come here because this is reputed to be one of the oldest hotels in the UK and in the world. Now, just above the doorway there, you can see a date. I don't know if you can see it, but it says built in 1135. And they've kindly asked me if I would like to stay here and make a video about this old historic hotel, and also the fact that it's supposedly haunted. Ooh. I'll make sure I keep the camera rolling tonight when I'm in bed asleep. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Coming from over the end of the room. And there's a lot of fascinating stories to be told in here, including Winston Churchill, American presidents and famous celebrities. So we're on the main high street in the village of Hurley, and just up the street here is an old priory which is still there, and that was connected to this very hotel, or inn as it was known, because there are secret tunnels underneath the floor which ran up to the priory. And that isn't a rumour, that is an actual fact. Now they are filled in today, but we can still see an entrance inside there for that tunnel, so we will take a look at that. And the first thing we're going to look at on the building is this curious looking device here. Now this is, and I've seen one of these before, a coal crusher. So you would have put your lumps of coal in the top there and then use this handle. You'll see the metal plate move in there to crush the coal. Old relic there, still here today. And then on the front of the building, you can just see how crooked and wonky it is. I do love that, because that to me says how old it is. Now, the reason it's named the Olde Bell is because there is an old bell outside. Now apparently the story goes with this, that when somebody important used to come to the village and stay here, they used to ring this old bell here and let the village know that somebody of high importance were on their way, so they could probably scrub their doorsteps, you know, the kind of thing that they did back then. I really want to ring it, but I didn't, because there's a lot of people inside. Let's clank it a little bit. There you go, that'll do. Anyway, before we check in, let's head inside and just have a little wander around. The first thing you'll notice is how oldie-worldy it looks even inside as well. So let's start in the lovely dining room just here. So as you can see, all modern now. Well, it looks it. It's not. The walls are still wonky. The floors are still wonky. But they've spruced it up just a little bit inside. And this is a fine restaurant, so I'm told, and I shall be dining here later tonight. And then we've got the lounge right here, which does look very old. Love the leather chairs and a big fireplace, and then straight through into the bar area. And just in here is apparently the original wall for the building, untouched, and they put it behind glass to preserve it. So that's what, over 900 years old. That's crazy to think, isn't it? I'll just show you behind the door here. There's an actual wooden mouse on the wall, and nobody seems to know why that is there, but it is. It's the old things like that. And again, another piece of wall, historic wall here, the original. Now over on the bar, this piece of wood here, I was told was one of the old room number plates for the door. It used to be on the hotel doors. It's got a carving of a monk, or it looks like, on there. And you can see how old it is. It's just so ancient, and they've actually painted it to preserve it. So whilst we're in here, apparently the access to the old tunnels to the priory are right behind that door, and you can still go inside. However, I am told they're now bricked up inside and the access has been forbidden. Yeah, it looks very small in here, but like I said, it was used for wood storage recently. So you would have headed under here and then down some steps just there. Yeah, apparently certain sections of the tunnels still exist. So you can imagine how nice this beer garden would be in the summer months. I mean, it is practically summer now, but you wouldn't believe it. It's a bit chilly today and it's just started to rain, which is fantastic. It was actually hot and sunny when I left the north. And I'm stood here in shorts, freezing now. And we're now going to head back inside and up to a room with a story about a ghost. So you've got these really old windy stairs. I mean, look at this, how uneven they are and everything. I love all that. The walls are all warped and everything creaks and groans. I just absolutely love it. So we're going to go down the stairs and up the stairs. Apparently there's doorways everywhere in here, she said, and a lot of them are blocked up like this one. I think that backs into a room, but there's doorways everywhere with little hidden nooks and crannies in. And she said a lot of them were sealed up many years ago and they haven't been opened since. So let's head into room 6, which is reputed to be very haunted. And there's one of those doorways that I was talking about. It's been blocked up for years. Probably just heads into the next room, but now it's covered up by the bath, or should I say bath. We are down south now. And you've got a little cubby area here, which is very low and very wonky, which I love. And then I've got a story to tell you just up here. There we go. And again, this whole room is on a slope this way. So you can see where the building's moved over the years, and the roof beams here are all sagging. If you just point you down here, you can see how bent this one is. And that's perfectly normal, it's what wood does, but again, another hatch down here, and they did say they don't know where any of these go, or a lot of them anyway. They've all been completely nailed shut or blocked up. Our ghost story for this room involves this window here, which, as you might see, is the only window in this room. So we are now in the attic of the Olde Bell, and the story goes that the police was called one time from somebody over the way over there after they saw somebody in this window hanging from the roof here. So somebody had hung themselves and they could see it through the window, and the police were called. And when they got here, there was no one in this room and hadn't been for many days. And it's also been reported that people passing by in the street just down here have also seen somebody in the window, and it's been reported a few times that they've seen somebody hanging in this room right up there. And no, I am not staying in this room, absolutely not. I am staying in the hotel though, but it won't be in this room. So yeah, this did you hear that? Some weird noise just then behind me. It's already starting. So this hotel, the Olde Bell Inn, is supposedly, or it was believed to have been, the oldest hotel in the UK, and also one of the oldest, if not the second oldest hotel in the world. However, recently another hotel has come to light apparently in Canterbury, which dates back a bit further than this one. So it's not the oldest in the UK anymore, but it's one of the oldest in the UK, and it's definitely one of the oldest in the world as well. I'm getting the creeps in here, so I'm gonna head downstairs and get out of here. Anyway, let's head over to one of the outbuildings and check out the history in there, because there's a lot more to see. So now we're going to head round to the property next door, which is this beautiful building just here. And before we get there, I'll just give you a flash of the gardens at the side here. Before we get there, there is a connection here with Winston Churchill and a few American presidents as well, and World War II. Apparently they used this site to discuss a lot of their World War plans and strategies and things like that, because it was remote and in the middle of nowhere, and also close enough to London to travel. And right in front of us there is one of the bunkers that still remains from that time. And it would have been used by Winston Churchill himself. And apparently this whole building here he used, and we'll show you inside some of the rooms that he occupied. But yeah, this is the actual bomb shelter which was used during World War II. You can tell it's slightly more modern looking than the Olde Bell, and it's got the nice big bomb-proof door on it there, look. Now I am told this is locked now and used for storage only, so we can't head in there unfortunately, but she said there isn't anything to see in there apart from a brick room with a concrete floor. It always makes you wonder, doesn't it, why they built these shelters. I mean, if a bomb dropped on that, the concrete's a couple of inches thick, I'm sure it would have gone through just like the rest of the building would have. So it makes you wonder why they never built them underground. Yeah, apparently there was 2 of these on this site as well. One for the President of the United States and one for Winston Churchill, because they used to often meet up here. So let's head inside the malt house. Just listen to these creaky floors. I was also told that these trapdoors in the floor here, nobody knew where they went for many years, and they managed to prise them open. And again, they've been bricked up inside. It's just a little pit now. They reckon that that may have been another access into the secret tunnels to the priory. So this is known as the library and the oak room. Ming vase there. So this room on the right here is the oak room. And this is what they use for smaller wedding ceremonies. It's got the big fireplace. Very oldie worldy, I love that. And this is apparently where Winston Churchill had a desk, and he used to sit in here and do all of his whatever the Prime Minister does at a desk. Yeah, a lot of these books here, we did have a look through some of them. They're dated early 1900s, some of them 1800s, 1920s. Yeah, like I said, we did have a look in a few of these, and they're dated early 1900s. I love the wood panelling. Very nice. So I think we should head over the road to the barn and take a look at the big wedding barn that they've got. And then we'll check into our room, and hopefully we'll have some happenings going on tonight. Ooh. So let's head over to the large barn here, which I'm told is a very old, probably 400 or 500 years old, she said. Very old original stables and a barn, now converted into a big wedding venue. And here we are inside. What a really good looking building from the inside it is. I love these sort of large barns with the chandeliers. So you can just see the old timber work and how wonky it is on the sides. I love that. And the big wooden floor. So yeah, apparently it's used for meetings and weddings these days. The kind of thing you would expect in here, and it does have a bar as well, but let's just head to the end and look the other way. That looks really good, doesn't it? Okay, so I think we should head back over to the Olde Bell, check in and go see our room, and then we'll find out if it's haunted or not. That's what I want to know. Because if it is, I'll be booking in to another hotel down the road. Joking. So let's go check in and check the room out. Okay, I'm all checked in. Let's do a little room tour. Oh wow, this is nice. Oh, this is a very modern room. I wasn't expecting this, it's nice. Again, I love when you can just see bits of the old timber still in the building, especially this big beam here, the size of that. It's huge. Coach bolts in. I'm loving the colours and the carpet and everything. A nice big bed just for me. TV opposite. A little vestibule. A few bits of information. This very sleek looking telephone. Who uses telephones these days? Doesn't everyone just use their mobile phones? Now I'm going to do a walk with me, Tim, Let's check inside the kettle. That's absolutely spotless in there. Tim would be proud of that one. Happy with this. I'm only here for one night as well. And I am having dinner and breakfast in the morning. Let's check out the bathroom. Again, very big. As soon as you come in, you've got a big walk-in shower. Big sink there. And the throne. Yeah, this is a very spacious room. Nice big wardrobe with a ironing board. And we've got an iron in the room. Yeah, I'm loving it. So I am going to keep my camera on standby tonight, just in case anything happens in the night. Ooh, and then I'll come back to you on the camera. So I've made it down for dinner. It's 5:30. So I've gone for the fish and chips. I'm a Yorkshire lad anyway, so homemade beer battered fish and chips with chunky chips, mushy peas and tartar sauce. So let's see what it tastes like. Well, here we go, fish and chips. And I've been really rude because I've already tucked in. So far, really, really thick fish. I'll just show you inside there how thick it is. Ooh, it looks really good. Nice thick batter, crunchy batter, and big fat chips as well. Now they're not beef dripping chips that we get in Yorkshire, but we have got mushy peas, so I'll let them off. Anyway, I'm gonna scoff this, and then I'll see you when I'm tucking myself into bed tonight. Well, it's time for me to go to bed, so I'll bid you all farewell, and we'll see what the night brings. Ooh, I'll see you in the morning. Good night. What the hell is that? Can you hear that? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Coming from over the end of the room. Sounds like bloody Santa Claus jingling away. Sounds like his bloody reindeer. Keeps doing it for about the past 20 minutes. Every so often you hear a jingle. Sounds like a bell, like a chain or a bell or something. You hear it? I hope you can hear that. That's dead creepy. That's so weird. I mean, I don't believe in ghosts, or I thought I didn't. But there's nothing there. Do you hear it? It's been doing it for a while. Keeps waking me up. You definitely heard that, surely. It sounds like a cat bell jingling a little bit, but it's loud. It's all there. There's another room next door, and then the bathroom's there, so it sounds like bloody jingle bells. I thought I heard a knocking earlier on the beam, wooden beam up here on the roof. I think it's stopped now. I'm going to try and get some sleep. I'll come back to you if I hear anything else. Just thought that was weird. It could be something next door, maybe. Anyway, good night. Well, there we go. What did you think of that during the night? 3 a.m. hearing Santa Claus in my bloody room. But yeah, that was a bit strange. Still can't be explained. All the staff haven't a clue what it could have been either. Anyway, just had breakfast and it was absolutely delicious. I'm now going to leave for today. I've just checked out and I'm heading down to Legoland in Windsor. If you'd like to stay here, please do check them out on the website. I'll put all the links down below. And also, like I said, they do food and coffees as well if you want to stop off in the area. But I'll see you in the next video next week. Bye for now.